USB 2.0, USB 3.0, power, no power. I explain my experience here. Take a look. So welcome to our company founding video series. Today I want to talk a little bit about USB hubs, my experience, what I found works, what I found doesn't work. So starting off, I'll give my recommendation right off the bat. USB 3.0 hubs are definitely what you want to be doing. But I in developing all these different panels, I really wanted it to be a very simple and easy solution. So my goal was always one single USB cable connection to the computer. So you plug into a USB 3.0 port on the back of your motherboard and plug directly into a USB 3.0 10-port hub. That was my goal, okay? Fumbling around with a bunch of USB connections really isn't good. And, and if you actually look here on this USB 3.0 hub, there's actually a power adapter as well. And I said, well, hey, I don't want to use a power adapter. I want to just plug in one USB cable. And so it works. It does. And for the other panels that don't require so many ports, the USB 3.0 4-port hub from Amazon Basics is absolutely fantastic too. So, if we start to look at USB 2.0 versus USB 3.0, USB 2.0 offers about 100 milliamps of power to each component, and so USB 3.0 actually offers 900 milliamps. So it's a huge jump in power consumption and power supply really for USB 3.0. If you look at a lot of these Logitech panels, they actually consume about 125 to 500 milliamps of power. So quite a few different amounts. But what I found is a single USB 3.0 cable into the computer works really well. So you may not have USB 3.0 on your motherboard. It's made its way kind of into the computer mainstream, I'd say, over the last 3 to 4 years. If you don't have it, I'd consider trying to find a motherboard that maybe does have USB 3.0. Perhaps you can reuse your processor, some memory, other things. But USB 3.0, I would highly, highly recommend it. Everything just seems to just kind of work really well. So, depending on which panel you buy, whether it's the Model 1, 2, 3, 4, you got to kind of start to count up all your USB ports and uses, right? So if you can imagine this is a Model 3 for a minute, you've got 6 USB connections for the Logitech ProFlight instrument panels. And so that's 6. On the Model 3, you've got 7, 8, 9, 10 in Logitech. Yoke makes 11. A couple of throttle quadrants, 12, 13. You're already up to 13 ports. Well, this only has 10. So, what do you have to do? Well, what I recommended is actually you can usually get away with this combo. So, one 10-port USB 3.0 hub to one 4-port USB 3.0 hub. And then for the second 4-port USB 3.0 hub, you're going to probably need to use a direct singular USB 3.0 connection to the computer. So that's just on the Models 3, okay, where you have so many USB devices. Now, if you look at this, this is the Model 1. And so if we kind of count them out, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4, right? So we got 4. And so you're thinking, oh, hey, maybe I can use this. I went for the big guns. I went for the 10-port. I think 10-port provides maybe a little bit better power. But 10-port USB 3.0 Amazon Basics. And everything works great, right? It's just a single connection into the computer. And so if you look at the Model 2 and the Model 1, actually, this is the Model 1 here. The Model 2 is a little bit smaller. The G1000 by SIMiONIC system is actually powered off of an Anker PowerPort 5. That's what I recommend you purchase, an Anker PowerPort 5. It's got 5 connections here for the USBs. It's got one that plugs into the wall in the back, and overall it's a very simple process to configure. At the end of the day, you don't want to connect the SIMiONIC solution with the iPads to the computer, right? It's going to pop up. Do you trust the device? Do you not trust the device? Do you want do you want to share your photos or transfer your photos over to the computer? And it just gets messy and clunky. You want to use a standalone power solution. They require 5 volts at 2 amps, about 10 watts of power anyways. So a standalone power block is really what you want to do there. And then it makes it all wireless and completely disconnected from the computer experience. So, once again, I really recommend the Amazon Basics. The USB 3.0 works really well, both the 10-port and the 4-port. You know, if you need to get a few more 4 ports, you know, instead of a 10 port, you know, you can do that. And then the Anker powered hub. So always available for some questions over at our website. And thanks for taking a look at our products, and stay level.